Back in. Got another episode of UPW for y'all. Gonna get into the show in just a moment. Another 7 matches of action for you. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. As the usual, while this is uploading, I'm gonna get my social media stuff taken care of. I already posted some stuff out there. Now I've just gotta share the information. Back in beautiful Kansas City, except we're in the downtown part, the seedy underside of downtown Kansas City, in our UPW warehouse. So we're going to start things off with some tag team action for the women's tag team division. We got the Hornets, who won their match in our last episode, taking on Team TKO in a tag team match. Team TKO made their debut this past Sunday at Extreme Impact. Fell short in capturing the tag titles, but hopes to rebound in their match tonight. Sharing this with all my friends, getting the word out. Alrighty, that should be all the social media stuff for now. Just waiting for this match to load up, get kicked off. I did set up a new logo for UPW Dark Match. Should be our series that starts once I get the schedule changed. Essentially, it's going to be out of the same arena. The main difference is that the like the intro sequence, some of the little features will be different. The graphic will be different in terms of like the coloring that you see there will be different colors. But the emblem will be the UPW emblem you see now, with the word dark match at the bottom. Alright, here are the Hornets. It's Katrina and Rossi with the jacket. Women are definitely strong, but they're also very agile for their size. Kind of surprises some people. Here comes Team TKO. For the sisters there, that's Caitlin Overeem, the blonde, and then her sister in the robe there is Taylor Overeem. Both have their own variety of martial arts backgrounds, mixed martial arts backgrounds. See that Taylor a little bit more serious of the two. See if they can put their skills to use in this tag team match. Ooh, nice chop to start the match. Got a little pop-up saying that my battery's low. Oh, nice clothesline. go. Rain down the fist as Katrina takes control. Nice whip into the corner. Oof. Looking for a double team, not going to get it. Oh, but she is going to take a back suplex. Halen showing her personality. A little brash at times. Oh, what's going on here? Oh! Oh, nice! Kick to the back of the leg, then a double stomp to the chest. Ooh, running forearm strike in the corner. Now Katrina, trying to crawl away. Tag. In comes Taylor. Oh, dual super kicks. Oof, hard right. Oh, and a step of Enziguri, nicely done. And Katrina forces tag out, in comes Rossi. Ooh, takes the dropkick immediately. And rolls outside the ring. Climbs back in, takes a forearm shot to the face. Nice counter there. Ooh, Raymond Created takeover. Went for a basement dropkick, didn't get it. Kick to the abdomen. She got it planned here. Oh! Boot to the face. Whipped into the corner. Oh! Face washer in the corner. What a kick. That shows Taylor lighting up a little bit. Oh, kick out for one though. Gives a head scissors and escapes. To the back of the leg. Oh no. Launched onto the apron. Suplex back into the ring. Oh. Now going for the head. Kind of wrenching on that head and neck. Oh. Nice escape there by Taylor. Oh, and a trip. Very nicely done. In the arm. Oh, and eating a punch for it. Whipped onto the apron. Oh, a nice snapmare into the ring. Going for it again. Face wash. What she got in mind here? Oh, has a Cobra clutch. Takes her down. Goes for a submission hold. Got a good grip on it. Oh, elbow. A very wise escape there by Rossi. Rossi now whips her into the corner. Fights back. Oh. Oh no, ran into the corner. It's nothing but turnbuckle padding. Ooh. Straight to the back of the head. Oh, half and half suplex. That could be it. Goes for a pin. One. No, kick out before two. Taylor's been there for a little while now. Chinlock. Submission hold of her own. Quick escape. Ooh, forearm strike to the face. Oh! Followed by a nice Russian leg sweep there. Whip into the corner. Tag made. Going for a suplex, perhaps? Nope. Double arm wringer. Oh! Kicks. Kicks. Squaring up the pair up. Oh! Nice running kick there by Caitlin onto Katrina. What's she gonna do here? Make her way around. Oh! Big rain boot there. Gets shoved away. With her clothesline. Didn't get it. Oh! Got the short arm clothesline though. Ooh, went for a punch, didn't land. Oh, look at that. Cover with the Hurricane Rana though. Block. Oh no. Clothesline takedown. And a drop kick. Ooh. Oh, nice. And goes for a pin. One. No. Kick out at one. Oh, jawbreaker. For Tornado DT. Lancer. Making her way around, going for, oh, another boot to the face. Oh, went for a basement drop kick, didn't get that one. Instead gets whipped into the corner. Oh, dodges the double knees. Arm drag. Takes her down. Just ramming the knuckles into the back of the head. Oh, and a stomp to the spine. Whipped into the corner now. Tag. And for a double team here. Double hip toss. Oh. And a pair of kicks. Oh. Stomping her down. Oh no, I'm banging the back of her head on the canvas. Oh. Oh my goodness. Stepped on the hand and then stomped on the back of her arm. Now they're just, speaking of stomps, Rossi now stomping a mud hole. Tag made by Katrina, who now picks up where she left off. Now they're just stampeding this poor girl. That could be going for a basement drop kick. Oh! Goes for a pin. One. No, kicks out before two. Oh, nice suplex there. On her to the middle of the ring. And go for a swing, perhaps. There it is. A big swing going on. Taylor down on the ground. Caitlin in a lot of trouble. Oh! Caitlin gets up, she's groggy. Oh, catches the foot. Oh, nice knee to the face. Oh, but gets hung up on the top rope. Oh, another drop kick between the shoulder blades. And it has to roll outside. Oh, nice neck breaker on the floor. Pushing the arm. Oh, back elbow. Oh, and a drop kick. 4. The priest still counting them. Oh, referee breaks the count on a tag. Team TKO would have been happy with the count out, I'm sure, given the circumstances. Going for that cobra clutch again. Takes her down. Has her down almost in the middle of the ring. We see a submission here. Oh, an escape. Oh, back elbow. Escape. Nicely done. Whips into the corner. Uh oh. Oh, big right hand. Oh no. Looks like possibly a superplex. Oh, onto the hard concrete floor. KC crowd loving this action here tonight. Oh, catches the boot. Oh, knee to the face. Went for a drop kick, didn't get. Oh no. Now going for the head and neck. 4. Oh. He should have been to the ear on the arm. If we count to 6. 7. Going up top. Oh! Got a double stop on the arm, it looked like. Now it's Taylor that's got Rossi there. I'm sorry, has Katrina there. Forearm. Oh! And another forearm through the middle and bottom ropes. Oof. Look at this. Boom. Referee's counting up to 3. 4. 5. Oh, nice drop kick. Kick. Oh, headbutt. Punch. As her draped. Oh no. Now this is where she wants to be. Going for a drive-by drop kick. Going up top. Oh, went for a double stomp. Missed. Tag. Oh! Dual super kicks. Goes for a pin. 1. Ooh. Rossi breaks it up. Oh, eats the Russian leg sweep for trouble though. Look at this. Modified armbar there. Whip into the corner. Look at this. Kick to the leg. Double stomp to the chest. Ooh. Nice roll away. Ooh. Oh! Into a chokehold. Submission hold of her own. Modified sleeper. Ooh. Series of elbows fighting her way out of there. Oh, stiff against the Yuri. Pulling her back towards the middle of the ring. Very wise. Ooh. Step up drop kick. Oh, nicely done. Now she's going up top. Oh, double stomp. Almost like a coup de grace, and crawls into a pin. 1, 2. 2 count. Over a bulldog. Nails the bulldog. Look at this. It's a flip. 1, 2. Oh. 2.5. Oh no. We're gonna pop right back up. Tag. Now looking for a double team. The alarm ringer. Ooh. Kick to the legs. Kick to the back. Going for that Cobra clutch again. Takes her down. This one may be it. And there we go, we got a tap out as Team TKO gets the win. And this was a back and forth tag team match just to start off the night. Look at this. Boom. Face wash. Had that Cobra clutch in a couple times. Boom. That running boots to the face. And this team of young ladies has already started rebounding, hoping to make quite the impact going forward. Let's move on to our next matchup of the night. Alright, we got Jamie Hendricks taking on Diablo in a one-on-one contest. Both these ladies have had their respective teams in action the past couple episodes. So now we're going to see how things go in a one-on-one affair. So far, Diablo and her partner Yuri have dominated since becoming tag champions of the women's division. Can Jamie Hendricks get some momentum on her side? We're about to find out. So the plan, in the meantime, while we're waiting for this, the plan with dark match is that it's going to look almost identical in a number of ways. Just like the color scheme is going to be a little different for everything but the logo. The logo is still going to be orange, with the gas message just going to say dark match at the bottom of it. Like a lot of the other color schemes are going to be a little different in terms of like the load screens, the replay screens, stuff like that. Here comes Jamie Hendricks. One half of the princesses. Sees she's sporting a new robe. Something a little more elegant than what she had been wearing. Giving a cordial wave to the audience. She now ready to take on her opponent. Flashing red lights, the dark smoke as Diablo making her way to the ring. Very eerie, creepy style. She is one half of the women's tag team champions. Very ominous and imposing for someone so small. The spotlights flash. She makes her way to the ring. She almost seems possessed. Both her and Yuri have this almost otherworldly presence at times. Be quite terrifying. But Jamie doesn't look too terrified. Cautious, but not, you know, not running away. Oh, luckily he's charging in quickly, and it's Diablo that gets the first strike off. Nice arm drag takeover by Jamie Hendricks. Oh, hard kick to the midsection. Oh, and a forearm strike. Nightmare takeover, going for a neck whip. Yes, indeed. Ooh, forearm strike. Forearm strike. Oh. Kick to the midsection there. I'll go for a bulldog, nicely done. Diablo daring her opponent to get up. Oh, but not giving her much time to do it. Whip into the corner there. Uh-oh. Getting whipped across the ring. Oh, catches her with her leg there. Oh, and a clothesline. Oh no. Diablo calling for the end now. Oh, went for the right knee, did not connect. Nice takedown. Over a nice Boston Crab. Good position, close to the middle of the ring. A very smart escape there by Diablo, hooking the leg. Oh, kissed her with part of a clothesline. Don't know if she got all of it. Enough to take down Hendricks. Ooh, back elbow into the jaw. Oh, now just ramming her head into the canvas repeatedly. Oh no, series of strikes. Oh. Oh, snapmare, and then just putting a talon in that face. Signaling again. Oh! Got the right knee that time. Look at this. Boom, right on the jaw. I'll lay anybody out. Goes for a pin. 1, 2. No! Very slow last minute kick out there by Jamie Hendricks. Oh no. Oh, trips her. El Diablo holding her back. Oh, grabs her by the hair. Oh, and a big right hand. 1, 2. No, almost an upset there. Arguing with the referee's count. I was grabbing her by the hair. Oh, sending her back down. Went for a clothesline, missed it. Oh, basement drop kick. Catch her as she was getting up. Goes for a suplex and counter. Oh, rake of the back. Against the ropes. Not where you want to be. Oh. Clubbing blow. Here comes Diablo. Oh. Look at this. Boom. Just launch yourself. Looks like a forearm at first, but it may have been a headbutt. From the angle. Diablo, she's not holding back here. Oh, ramming her head against the guardrail. Oh, nice counter. Throws her into the ring. 5. Freeze count up. Oh, nice clothesline takeover. Gets her into the corner there. Oh, big boot fighting out of it. Oh, as her gets the ropes again. Oh, this time going for a motorcycle stretch. Oh. Nice counter there. Oh, kick to the midsection. Oh, and takes one of her own. Oh, back elbow. My goodness. I'll jar you. Diablo looking to finish this here, perhaps. Oh, series of strikes, punches. Oh, and a running knee. Goes for a pin. 1, 2, 3. Diablo gets a definitive win. Series of strikes, but my goodness. Oh, now assaulting Jamie Hendricks after the match. Referee getting back in there, trying to break this thing up. It looks like he's not going to have a whole lot of luck. Stomping away. My goodness, what a mugging by one half of the tag champions. Alright, let's get into our next matchup here. Got CJ Malone taking on Cracky the Clown. CJ is the new #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. Cracky has a guaranteed title opportunity at the time of his choosing, assuming he hasn't pawned off that briefcase yet. It's like an episode-to-episode thing to where every time I check to make sure he still has it. So, assuming he still has it in his possession, then you know he still has a guaranteed match against whoever the world champion is at whatever time. Alrighty, let's get into this one. Ultimo Liger has been pretty upset with the #1 contender. Got pinned pretty quickly in our last episode. Got so upset he actually hit the referee. Not that I feel bad for the referee, he kind of deserves it. But arguing about a fast count, which I didn't see a fast count, but either way, CJ Malone currently has 2 victories over our current champion, Ultimo Liger. Right now he's making his way to the ring. Confident as ever. And, you know, he's got good reason to be confident, don't get me wrong. Having 2 victories over the champ, and on top of that, being a former champion in his own right, having held the Bloodsport title. So, he's no stranger to wins or success here in UPW. He's also had his rough moments as well. And he still has the briefcase, so he still has that contract. I wonder if he even knows how to open it yet. Showing it off. Looking for some of my show notes here. You know, Cracky lost to Mambo a couple episodes back. I might try to give him some incentive to utilize that opportunity. There's the bell. Oh, kick to the midsection to start things off. And a modified backbreaker. Nicely done. Oh, right hand. Oh, and a right neckbreaker. Look at the speed on Cracky the Clown. Oh. Raining down the punches. Oh. Goes for a kick, doesn't get it. Oh, gives him a nice backbreaker there in his own right, so. Oh, kick to the ribs. And a kick to the chest. Lethal kicks there by CJ Malone. Pair of punches followed by a basement DT. And number 1 contender is looking really good to start this matchup. Knocks him into the corner. Oh, nice little moonsault there. Oh, went for a super kick, didn't get it. Oh no. Cracky went for a chop block, didn't get it. Onto the apron now. Shoulder block, and then a sunset flip into a power bomb on the floor. My goodness. Picks Cracky up. Oh, went for a super kick again, didn't get him. Cracky getting back in the ring very quickly. Oh! Clubs him in the back and then super kicks him as he's spending too much time showing off. My goodness. Whips into the corner. Oh, back elbow there. Oh, a step up Insagiri. Nicely done. Oh no. Cracky now just trying to mug. Oof. Trying to mug CJ. Just clubbing him with a barrage of blows. Goes for a pin afterwards. 1. No, kicks out after 1. CJ is a little bit rocked after eating those punches and elbows. Oh, not two rocks where he can't. Well, he blocked one clothesline. Now he's getting hit with the sear zone. Oh, nice side kick. Oh, forearm strike to the face. Oh no, that drop kick that busts him open. This was a first blood match. This will be all over right now. Oh no. Going for the Drug Valley driver. Oh, hits it. Stomp. Oh, now going after the head and neck. This could be bad news. You can see number one contender could be seriously injured at the hands of the future challenger. Oh, never mind. Now if he gets super kicked like that. 1, 2. Oh. I think CJ's mad now. There's less of a kick out and more just him going off the guy. On drag takedown. Counter. Oh. Knees him, knocks him over the top rope onto the floor. CJ backing off. Trying to recuperate a little bit here. 3. Referee counts. Oh. And for a super kick, didn't get it that time. Oh. Oh. Nice pump kick. Nice little sequence there. Oh no, going for Drug Valley driver again. Oh, plants him. Goes for a pin. 1. No, kicked out before 2 again. Oh, choking him now. Goes for a pin. 1. No. Rolls the shoulder up again. Cracky seems to be getting frustrated here. Going to the top rope. I don't know what he's going to do here. Oh, gets a bit of a kind of swanton bomb there. Shows him off. Oh no, goes for the crossface. Looking to make him tap. Cracky able to roll him away. Blocks the forearm shot. Push him into the corner. Oh, back elbow there. Oh, forearm shot to the face. Now it's Cracky that's bleeding. Don't know if that's really something you want inside a ring here. Goes for another crossface. Cracky trying to get to the ropes to cause a break. And he doesn't get to the ropes, but he does roll him away. I'll give CJ credit, he used some expert ring positioning to keep Cracky off the ropes. Too bad we can't use anything to keep him off the drugs. Oh no, whip, duck, off the ropes. Oh, psych out. There's that misdirection lariat that he calls the psych out. Boom. Goes for a pin. 1, 2, 3. CJ gets the win. Keeping his momentum going, even though his forehead's a little bit busted up. Wait a second. Sounds like it might be seeing the champ. Oh, there he is from behind. Boom! Leveled him with the clothesline of his own. And Liger is pissed. You know, right after a hard-fought match, just drilling his number one contender. All right, let's set up for our next matchup here. We got Nicole Fujinami taking on Isabel Harper. Nicole, the new women's champion. This is a non-title match. She'll be defending that title against Black Lotus. She's been having some real issues with her lately. Well, her and Black Lotus have had issues for quite some time now. It's just getting more intense with the title being involved. So the plan for dark matches to be a bit shorter, not have quite as many matchups, and to introduce kind of a developmental system, like a kind of like an NXT of sorts. I'm going to be reaching out to do some talent swaps, possibly, bringing some new talent, as well as offering up some talent to showcase more out there. There she is, the new women's champion, Nicole Fujinami. I say new, even though she's held the title since Sunday. Which may not seem like much to some people, but with the way that we're sending out episodes right now, that's a considerable amount of time. Especially for a newer company like UPW. Well, newer series like UPW. Comes Isabel Harper, the biker chick of UPW. Alrighty. We're on this non-title match. Harper goes with a quick go behind. Fujinami standing switch. Oh, nice counter there into a chin lock. And a counter into a side headlock there. Oh! Nice sequence to start things off. As Nicole gets a standing headlock. To a top wrist lock. Counter, go behind there with the wrist lock. So the switch to go behind as well. And for forearm miss, gets whipped into the corner hard. Oh! Going down on the back of her arm and shoulder. Oh! Showing that she can do arm breakers as well. Oh! Jump with a hard kick there. Back elbow. Oh, forearm strike. It's off the ropes. Back and forth early on. Duck under. I went for a clothesline, didn't get it. Oh, went for started to spin around for that viscous lariat, didn't get it. Oh no, blocks that one. Oh, go for a rocket kick, nails it. What a sequence there. 1, 2. Oh, 2.5. And Isabel Harper is in shock. Thought she had the women's champ down. Oh, what she got planned here? On the top rope. Oh, nice head scissor takeover. Oh, and an elbow drop right to the chest. Taking her down. Going for a suplex here. Nicely done. Fujinami getting a little bit of that attitude showing. She's got in mind here. Puts her against the ropes. Clothesline over the top. Nicole looking to fly. Oh, big diving splash. Plancha over the top. Kansas City crowd out here loving this. Get treated to see in a non-title match. Women's champion showcasing some real skill. If we're just now starting to count, giving them some leeway here. Going up top. Oh, went for a leg drop, didn't get it. Nice counter, shoves her away. Went for a bulldog, lands it. Nicely done. Waits the kick, blocks the double chops. Return to the corner. Going for a corner bike exploder. Yes, she is. Stomps on the hand. And we're going for the chin. Nice chin lock there. The champ's no strangers to submissions. Quick go behind, go for a... Oh, nice reverse suplex. And now it's Isabel Harper that has to roll out of the ring. Comes back in. Go for a neck breaker. Oh, into a float over pin. Nicely done. One. Kick out. Tried to steal one there. Didn't quite get it. Oh, there's the discus lariat. Goes for a pin after that one. 1, 2. 2 count. What she got in mind now? Thinking maybe discus punch. Starts winding up for it. Oh, blocks the discus punch. Oh, bike splitter suplex. Oh, and the champ pops up. Clothesline. Another clothesline. And a drop kick. Oh, a kick to the abdomen. Oh, goes for the dragon sleeper. Should be able to roll her into the ropes though. Yeah, she rolled her a little too close to the ropes. Oh, going after the head, gets kicked. Kick to the midsection. Oh, going for that sit-up powerbomb. Oh, lands it. 1, 2. Oh, and kick out 2 again. Now she's in prime position. Trying to try again for the discus punch. Oh, blocked again. Wow. Oh no. Those are out of the ring to the floor. As Harper got in mind. Oh, a quarter drop kick. Look at this. Boom. Right in the chest. The champ's in real trouble right now. Oh, punch to the ribs. Oh. Oh, a back body drop on the floor. Now the champ's climbing back in. Hard fought match, back and forth. 6. Referee counting out Isabel Harper right now. 7. Better hurry. Makes it back in. Oh, nice Northern Lights suplex. 1, 2, kick out. All for her to get up. Oh! There's the lariat. Kick to the midsection. Now going for that dragon sleeper. Again, I think she's too close to the ropes. Yeah, referee's calling it off. That's like her Achilles heel right now. Getting too close to the ropes with that. She kind of gator rolls into it. Nice counter there. Oh no. Oh, the rocket kick. Boot to the face. Pulling her towards the center, going for a pin. 1, 2, champ. Showing her resiliency. We see her come back here. Champ's up. Oh, for a drop kick, didn't get it. Oh, counter suplex. Paired. Double axe handles. Shoulder block. And, oh, back elbow in the corner. Maybe thinking bike exploder, didn't get it. Catches the boot. Now going for a single leg crab. Champ fighting off. Oh. Kicking her while she's down. Clubbing blow to the back. Oh, double chops. Neck breaker into a float over. 1, 2, 2.5. Oh, kick. There she goes. Now she's rolling her towards the center of the ring. That's the position you want. Oh, but the resiliency there. Oh. Of Harper. The top wrist lock punch to the abdomen. Another counter to the suplex into a neck breaker of her own. Bike exploder again. Going for a pin. 1, 2. Oh. 2 3/4. Be thinking one more rocket kick could do it. Uh-oh. Northern Lights suplex. Doesn't maintain the hold though. Oh, nice power slam. Oh, jawbreaker. Oh, clothesline. And rolls out to the floor. Could be in some serious trouble now. Oh! Connected to the kind of a modified drop kick there. Oh. Champ has her on the floor. Oh. Hangs her up to dry. Flies back in. 4. My goodness, what a match this has been. Isabel Harper's not even challenging for the title this Sunday, but she might earn herself a championship match in the near future afterwards. Oh, ducks the clothesline. Oh! Oh, German suplex. Off the ropes. Blocks the back elbow. Oh no. Go! Counters the sit-out powerbomb into a sunset flip. Kick out by the champ. Oh no. For a powerbomb of her own. Oh, plants her. 1, 2. Again. Showing some resiliency. Going for a Boston Crab now. The champ fighting out of it. Rolls out of the ring. Throwing Harper away. Trying to keep some space going. Tell the champ's looking pretty banged up right now. Her opponent's not looking a whole lot better. Oh, forearm strike to the face. Counter. Waistlock takedown. Oh, basement drop kick. Oof. Now go up top. Oh, double knees. Double knees, that's not what you want. Oh, suplex. Going for the powerbomb again. Oh. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and a close one. Almost a kick out there. But the champ is victorious. Oh, look who shows up. Black Lotus is showing her face. She's gonna go after her. Lotus talking trash at the top of the entryway. Champ's coming after her. She's like, oh, no, you came out here. Oh, going right for her. Trading blows. Referee and a couple of guys are trying to restrain Black Lotus. She comes right back. I think we might need more than 3 people on hand to try to stop this mess. Stellar match. And we're not even done yet. This is a longer running episode. Tag team division matchup. Tag team division match next. Yeah, this is only our 5th match. Yeah. This is our 5th match. So we still have this and 2 more. Got the Tarp Brothers about to take on the Tribe in another non-title match. And with as dominant as the Tarp Brothers have been, this might just be a formality. Because the track record for these guys has been squash match, or has been entrance, absorbing punishment, squashing the opportunity, or yeah, squashing the opposition. That's what I'm trying to say. Good lord. Cannot even get the words out right now. Just so much craziness happening in that last match. And that was our midway match. That was our 4th match of the card. Makes you wonder what else we're gonna see. So another thing I'm planning on doing is, whereas you saw a shakeup after the 3rd pay-per-view, Hardcore House Party, where I shook up the men's rosters on who's going after what titles. I'm going to do that again after this pay-per-view, Darkest Hour. Going on blanks here. So yeah, I'm going to do another shakeup based on wins and losses. Going to take that into consideration on who's going after what title. Give us some fresh matchups, hopefully. Lights going out again. Dim red lighting. I don't know why I stumble over that phrase so much. Here comes the tag champs for the men's division. Ezra and Jethro, the Tarp brothers. Not guys that you want to play with. Because their definition of play is throw you around and break you. Some people may target one body part, they target everything. Spine's particularly favored, but really they'll break any part of your body. Jethro in the back holding the titles as Ezra was in front. Now here comes Ricky and Joseph. The Latu twins from the tribe, cousins of Toa and Mambo. You know, they got themselves an opportunity against the Tarp brothers this coming Sunday at Darkest Hour, but it might be the darkest hour for them. And if they can't get on the winning track against this team. But then again, to be fair, nobody has had success against the tribe. Or not the tribe, the Tarp brothers. People have had success against the tribe. The Tarp brothers have had success against the tribe. But the Tarp brothers, no one's really had success against them. They lost one match since debuting. I believe it was actually their debut match is what they lost. But since then, nothing. They won the tag titles, and they've dominated the division ever since. Oh! Big punch. Hit to the abdomen. Oh, went for a corkscrew forearm. Didn't get anything but the canvas. Oh, and Ezra already using his power. And his elbows to the side of Joseph a lot too. Ricky on the apron. Blocks the punch. There's one of his own. Whip into the ropes. And for back elbow, didn't get anything. Oh, now eating some back elbows. Oh. One for belly to belly, gets blocked. Series of punches to the face. Oh no! Just grabbed him by the back of the hair. Jerked him back. Oh! Eats a right hand. That was a jawbreaker. And that seems to be kind of trading off a bit. Tag. Joseph holding him in. Here comes Ricky with a forearm. Taking down Ezra. Oh, knee drop. Nicely done. Counter. I'll whip him into the corner. Tarp brothers going for a little double team action now. Whipping Ricky off. Ropes and double back body drop. Spent a little bit of time posing there. Ooh, paid for with an uppercut. Oh. Hard punch. Oh, another. Oh no, hangs him up to dry on the top rope. Oh, big right hand. Took to the leg. Goes up for a Samoan drop. Oh no. Thinking maybe Samoan drop. Uh-oh. Oh, overhead, belly to belly suplex, just throwing him across the ring. Kick. Oh no, could be thinking shoulder bomb. Has him up there. Oh, right, shoulder bomb towards the corner post. Goes for a pin. I think he's in the ropes though. Referee got way out of position. 1, 2. Referee ran around to get out of position even further. That makes no sense. Oh, avalanche splash in the corner. Rolls out of the way. Oh, he's got him trapped upside down. He should tag out while he's got him there. He's not doing it. I think this is a mistake. Going to the top rope. Oh no. Looking for a post-to-post dive, perhaps. Oh, lands the drop kick. And Jethro is down. Be thinking time to go for a pin. 1. No. Nowhere near enough damage done to him yet. Now makes the tag. Joseph comes in. Scoop. Oh, nice. Set out Samoan driver of sorts. Oh, looked into the corner. Oh, it hits the corkscrew forearm that time. Jethro having a little bit of trouble here. Oh, nice pop-up Samoan drop. Counter there. Ooh, back forearm connects. Oh, a big chop follows it. Put him into the corner now. Oh, starts stomping away on Jethro. Jethro in trouble. Tag. Oof. Oh, and they're wearing out one half of the tag champs as Ezra is outside the ring. Oh, drop kick. Now getting back up. Oh. Oh. Big right hand. Oh, counter. Whipped into the corner yet again. Another double team. Oh, dual super kicks. The tag, that's the mistake. They kicked him right back towards Ezra. Oh, clothesline takes on the referee and the opponent. Oh, nice Samoan drop counter. But the ref is down. Oh, thrust kick. Go for a pin. 1. No, kicks out before 2. Oh, clothesline to the back. Oh, and stomp on the arm. Elbow drop. Going for the head now. Counter whip into the corner. Another double team. He's holding him against the corner turnbuckles. Ooh. Right after the trapezius muscle of the bigger man. I'm gonna give credit to the Tribe. They're holding their own really well. They actually might be able to hold off the Tribe this time around. Ezra making his way around, keeping space. Oh! What a punch! Oh no! Uh-oh. That's Ricky Launcher that's getting the brunt of the punishment right now. Going for a powerbomb, gets him up. Goes for the pin with it. 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness. We just witnessed the second loss for the Tarp Brothers. And what a victory that was for the Tribe. Huge shift in momentum. If that happens this Sunday, we're going to crown our second ever tag team champions in the men's division. And look, they paid attention. They got counter after counter. Boom. Hitting thrust kicks, hitting all types of maneuvers, but it was a pinning powerbomb that got him the win that time. The twins could become new tag champions if that happens this Sunday at Darkest Hour. Let's move on to our next matchup then. Got two more left. We got a match between Fun Train and Gentleman Dandy, a no holds barred match. These two guys have been in our in our Bloodsport division, excuse me. And none of them have had very much success, so this will help give someone some momentum. Fun Train has made appearances in Fun Wrestling. Namely, in the debut match, he was part of an opening video package, or debut episode, excuse me. He was in, he was in a video package at the beginning. He was also part of a tournament, Best of the Super Friendos, and looking to get some momentum over here in UPW, because he hadn't had much luck over here in our brand. But something I'm thinking about doing is reaching out with Steven Larson, the guys who run Fun Wrestling and WCW, about some possible talent shares, since I'm already sharing some talent with them. Think about offering some others in exchange for some of theirs. See what they think about it. Be kind of like a New Japan Ring of Honor type of thing, or even a New Japan deal with WCW from the 90s, if you think about back then. So here comes Fun Train, chugging along. Sorry about that, I tried to mute my mic so that it wouldn't sneeze right into y'all's ears. So here comes Gentleman Dandy. So among the offers I'll be considering to put out there for WCW and Fun Wrestling to consider is part of a talent exchange would be El Cerebro, the first ever World Heavyweight Champion, and maybe Cracky the Clown. Other possibilities would include Purple Rage and James Harrison. Excuse me, sinuses are freaking out. Gentleman Dandy is another possibility. The other plan I have is to share more share more creations and get more out there in the community tab. Ooh, nice forearm shot, Gentleman Dandy. In order to do so, I need to have more people download what I have up. Ooh. Oh, hard chop in the corner. Roll through. Sunset flip. One. Early pin attempt. Only gets a 1. And what a start. Oh, look at the agility there. Oh, boot to the midsection, knocking down Fun Train. Hard chop, didn't do anything. Forearm strike. And a backbreaker. The strength and the power of Gentleman Dandy. Going for a suplex, nope, counter. Neck breaker, nicely done. Oh. Or a kick to the spine, no. He's up at a power slam, countered into a nice side Russian leg sweep. Throws him into the ring. Now, this is a no-holds-barred match, means there's no disqualification. Oh, going for a... Oh! Brutal strike to the back of the neck with that almost knockout-style forearm. 1, 2. Kick out 2. Nicely done there. Into the gentleman's hook. Oh, got it, but he's right there by the ropes. 1, 2. Kick out. Should have been a break because his foot was caught up in the ropes before the count began. Nice dodge. Ooh, back elbow. Oh, takedown. 1. No, except before 2. Oh, kick between the shoulder blades. Now reaching the head and neck. Oh no, a recliner style camel clutch. The strength of Gentleman Dandy on display though. Oh, hard chop. For a forearm blocked. Oh, and takedown. You gotta think that Fun Train could be considering the fun splash at some point. Oh, hard chop there. Oh, double axe handle, knocking him down. Dandy. Oh, bringing in Fun Train the hard way. Kick. Oh. Oh no. 1, 2. Thought he might have knocked him out with that one. Didn't get it. Whipping into the corner. Uh-oh. Is that where you want to be? Oh, big right hand. Oh, the old timer. That's that avalanche style pedigree calls the old timer. Goes for a pin. 1, 2, and again. Look at Fun Train being resilient here. Oh, stomp on the chest. Oh, throat thrust. Goes for a suplex. Countered though. Uh-oh. Okay. Powerbomb, we saw this work against the Tarp Brothers. 1. No, kick out. Boston Crab. Elevated Boston Crab does not do it. Dandy is down. Tossed back up though. Uh-oh. Oh, and a powerbomb. Oh, now kind of a cravat, whatever. Using the rope to choke him. That's what he was doing. Oh, European uppercut. Caught the boot, trips him. Turns him over for a single leg crab. No rope breaks though, no disqualification. Oh, fun splash. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and tried to kick out, but didn't get it. Fun train with a fun splash out of nowhere. Look at this. Starts off with a neck breaker. Boom. Just nails him with that forearm strike from behind. And the gentleman's hook. Boom. Should have been a break on there. Well, I guess there's no rope breaks in a disqualification match. I think this is the only reason that saved him. Oh, and then that sequence was brutal. The old timer still didn't get the job done. Tripped him over, then got the fun splash shortly after that. So, look at Fun Train build himself some momentum here in UPW. That's a win that both men needed, but definitely good momentum for Fun Train. Alright, let's move on to our main event. We have Leroy Brown defending his Bloodsport Championship against Future Soldier. Future Soldier is another one that I was considering for submitting for Talent Exchange, but I really like him. I love all my characters, and the ones that have been submitted to me as well. As of right now, it's just been Raymond, but always welcoming anyone who wants to send submissions. As I use that, use the hashtag at the bottom. So, but yeah, since I can only submit so many at a time for the community tab, I will keep Fun Train and Monster Heel up there as options for download. But I'm also going to add more. I have some right now that are up there, but I'm going to see who I'm going to submit for them. So this is again under traditional Bloodsport Championship match. It's a first blood match. No pinfalls, no submissions, no counters, disqualifications. Only way to win is by making your opponent bleed. First man to do so will be the winner and the Bloodsport champion. Here comes the challenger, Future Soldier. We haven't seen him in a little bit. Soldier stalking his way to the ring. A lot of mystery behind who Future Soldier could possibly be. I thank everyone who's been checking this out, whether you watched it live, which, to be perfectly honest, I don't think anyone's tuned in live today, but if you check this out, whether you're on Twitch or YouTube, thank you for joining me. Thank you for tuning in for a longer running episode of UPW. Normally it's the pay-per-views that get about 2 hours runtime. This is about an hour and a half now, just getting to the main events. Comes the baddest man in the whole damn town, Mr. Leroy Brown, Bloodsport champion. And you know, he's defended that title. He's shown that he is truly the baddest guy around. At least in terms of the Bloodsport division. Showed some real brutality against Trevor Jones in our last episode. And he actually respects Trevor. That's the scary part. Alrighty. There's the challenger, future soldier. He's challenged for the Bloodsport Championship before, but never actually held it. And you would think that a man with a mask would, you know, the helmet specifically, a man with a mask has held the title with success. But, the helmet hasn't really served him as much as you would think that it would. The champ keeping a close eye on this challenger. Very watchful, very confident. Said in a brief conversation with me earlier that helmet or not, everybody can get some bad news. Leroy Brown is very no nonsense in his appearance. His traditional black trunks, black boots. Oh, chop. Trading him for a suplex. That's not going to do you a whole lot of good in this type of match. Oof. Those shots will definitely help. Oh, nice moonsault there. The champ's already taking the lead. Stomping away on the challenger. Ooh. Ooh, and right knee, nicely done. For a chop of his own, didn't get it. Oh, nice back suplex. Oh, disrespect. Kick between the shoulder blades. Top wrist lock there. Brown fights out of it pretty quickly though. Oh no. Oh no. Leroy Brown taking him down to Pound Town. Shows some violent tendencies. Oh no. Could give him some bad news early on. Oh, blocks the punch. Nice. However, great knee, didn't get it. Oh, back elbow there. Shoving him off. Oh. Oh no. There's that sequence of serious punches. Oh. Ripping at the helmet. Oh no, time for some bad news. Oh. Let me get my friend Mr. Baseball Bat. Oh, around the ankle. He's like, no, you're not getting away. Oh. Oh. Trying to cripple him. Oh. Series of punches. What's he got planned here? Sunset flip. Oh, do a sit out powerbomb. My goodness. Look at the strength on display. Oh. Now I'm going to work on him with the bat. Becoming very much his MO as of late. Oh. I think we hit him a little bit low there. Not that he cares. Oh! Swinging neck breaker by the challenger. You maybe wave at the future or something here. Oh, countered. Oh! Low punch to the gut. We got some more bad news for you. Oh! Stomp on the back of the neck. Boom. He always seems so gleeful when he does it too. Oh! Across the ribs. Oh, the spine. Spine again. Oh! I think it may have busted up that helmet a little bit. Swung for the fences, just would not relent. Would not stop until he got the win. Bop. Bop. Got a counter there with a knee. Boom. Bad news. Taking back his title. And a dominant run for Leroy Brown. Well, everybody, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for watching UPW, whether you watch it live or watch it on demand. I enjoy doing this stuff for you guys. It's so much fun for me because I like to express my creativity, but also get to see your guys' creativity and just mesh them, make it something truly special in my opinion. But anyway, got another episode coming up on Friday. Then we got our special event, Darkest Hour, coming up this Sunday. You'll see all 5 titles defended, plus 2 other matches yet to be determined. Still not really sure where I'm going to go with that one yet. I'll have to look to see what all divisions need major matches. Who knows? We may just have a battle royal or something. I don't know. Throw something out there. Yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. More information on Darkest Hour on Friday, and then in that episode, the kind of the go home show for it. Until then, I'll see you guys next time.